in the previous season, and with the Beatrix as well, which is actually also a high priority pick in the previous season. So Aura doing an old school play here, and it is still very aggressive, and there's a lot of dive potential. Matilda is notorious for being very aggressive in the early game, and we've seen what Aura can do with so much utility and so much playmaking potential. With yet another double late game pick from the side of Evos Legends, will they be able to actually protect? They need some kind of PL hero, maybe a tank with a lot of crowd control will be beneficial for the side of Evos Legends.
I think the best way, the best hero to pick right now for the side of Evos Legends is they need some peel. I think someone like
Your team
Esmeralda. I wouldn't say that's peel, but that does answer my second question, which is the Matilda, the shielding. All right, so no worries. Esmeralda does really well as well in lane against the Paquito. So I like the pick coming in from Evos Legends. I don't think it's the one that I wanted, but it's fine. It's another good pick.
The way I look at the composition from Evos here, Arashi, is Sicilian mid to late, Aulus somehow late, Esmeralda mid to late. How can they balance it out in the second phase? Because take a look at Aura. They want to play around the early game. And knowing Aura, they like to take the momentum from the early game. So how could they find the loophole here in the second phase?
I think they have to deny the long-range catch potential mages from the side of Aura, because with for example, the Farsa, there's a lot of roaming that can be done, a lot of crowd control as well that can be put onto the members of Evos Legends. That is something they want to avoid at all costs, considering they have 3 late-game heroes. They want to be able to kite away from fights and make sure they get to the late game relatively safe. Phoveus now will be banned from the side of Aurafire, so there's a lot of options for both teams right now. With the last 2 picks, we'll really see the composition that they want to use take shape.
Evos Legends now with the bans, you need to see here, Arashi, that they're going for a Farsa ban. And I think the next ban will be Lilia. Just ban out Facehugger, force him to play a hero that he's not comfortable with. Like we mentioned before, right before game number 1. Who has the shallow hero pool? Who can be actually abused here in the draft? It's Facehugger. The others, basically impossible to ban away. So do it for Facehugger, make him sweat, make him have a hard time in that mid lane.
Yip is still open as well, so that will be the pick, because Yip was, I was about to say, Yip is really good at, again, catching out members. If Evos wants to make sure they can get away from members of Aurafire, Yip is a prio ban for sure. But as you mentioned, the Lilia, if Aurafire wants to take it, is open, and it is going to be quite effective, but the 1-1 will be the ban.
Alright, 1-1 ban coming in from the side of Aurafire, knowing that also they have banned out the Phoveus. But now, it actually gives some room for Evos Legends to play with. They are up against this Beatrix.
That's true.
The best thing against the Beatrix back in M3 was the Lolita. But will we see a Lolita, a hero that has actually... We haven't seen it here in the MPL.
That's true.
That's crazy.
We haven't seen it in the MPL scene here. So Rex has a lot of options. He could go for a standard Rafaela pick, or I want to see some surprise pick here from Rex. I want to see him on that Kufra.
I don't personally. I don't want him. I don't want him to play the Kufra. I think he performs very well on the heroes like the Rafaela, the supportive type of heroes, and the healers. So just stick to what works. Go for the Rafaela, and now it's time for Aurafire to respond.
You know, I thought maybe Estes would be an option, considering they need to make sure people survive. And with the Beatrix and a Paquito, there's going to be a lot of bursts that could be countered. And usually, the counter that I think Ranger Mas, right, OG, our Indonesian caster, mentioned is that you can use Farsa to nuke people out, and then you can, then you can like heal up with the Estes. So there's potential for plays there, but it's going to be Lilia as you predicted, but the Ling will come in for Aurafire.
I really like this. I was literally, I wanted to say this just now. With the Phoveus ban, they're hinting at an assassin pick, and I think the only assassin that works here, I mean, technically you can go for the Hayabusa, but I feel like the enemy members are just way too tanky. Ling is the one that works, I feel, alright? Because with the invulnerability, with the amount of roam he can provide here, it's great. It's great. He has a little bit more sustainability as well in team fights, more dashes. So I really like the draft coming in from the side of Aurafire, but this is exactly the same as game number 2. If they don't end in a certain period of time,
15 minutes.
I think below 15 minutes would be the golden standard here for Aurafire to follow through with this composition. Evos Legends will end it off with the Youth Song, making it scream extremely hard for that backline Oh man.
So no marksman here for Evos, but they do have
Sicilian
insurance in the late game,
and Aulus.
Sicilian as well as Aulus. I'm excited to see how it will pan out here, Arashi. But composition-wise, tell me your last thoughts.
Wow, I think with Aura diving in like that, the Yuzong can provide a lot of crowd control and disrupt the dive from the side of Aura Esports, but that will be quite difficult to actually, do. And with their early gameplay, with the maneuver, the maneuverability and mobility of a Ling, I think it's going to be quite difficult. So just composition-wise, I think Aura has this.
All right, Mirko, Arashi, are you ready for the last game of today, of the conclusion of week 1? Aurafire taking on Evos Legends. Folks, spam it down who you got here. Hashtag Aurafire or hashtag Evos Legends, because we're just gonna jump right out here to the Land of Dawn for our last game.
I think the better question is who's not excited, man. Everyone spam it in the comments right now. Hashtag Aurafire or hashtag Evos Roar, because both of these teams will need to start off really, really well. Evos Legends trying to withstand that early game pressure and Aura trying to use it to end the game.
Let's see here. Composition-wise, I feel like, do Evos Legends have enough CC here, Rashi?
And the crowd control is also a bit lacking. There is a bit, there's a Holy Baptism from Rafaela, there is the Sanguine Cross, and there is the first dive. And speaking of anti-mage on that Yuzong, just getting the first blood by the Samsung Galaxy A series.
Oh, the passive from Yuzong was just too much for Kiro to handle, and Fluffy, wasting a flicker, still gets taken down. Aurafire needs to regroup ASAP.
Every time Anti-Mage gets Yuzong, they have actually been able to get a victory, alright? Wait. No, actually, I'm mistaken.
Never mind.
Game number 2 yesterday was a loss. My bad. But his Yuzong is a signature pick. Alright, Fersic. Oh, that was so close. Godiva already taunting him now. And that's the problem. That's what I said earlier, right? Fersic, mechanically, he's amazing. Macro-wise, could be better. But his mentality, that's the reason that he wasn't able to perform back in Season 8.
And right now, with Aurafire having such a scary, trio roam situation, they have Facehugger on Lilia that can clear the wave really fast. They have Godiva on the Matilda, which can facilitate the plays in the early game, and Hai that can follow up with the plays that Godiva makes. So it's very scary from the side of Aura.
Oh, take a look at top side here. Kabuki decides not to freeze the lane. He opted to just clear the top side here. So a safe approach here. Both teams slowing down their tempo after that first blood. Turtle has spawned here.
Yeah, Turtle spawning in that bottom side. Evos Legends are first to go at it with Fersic starting it off, but I don't think they will be able to do anything here. I mean, talking about Aurafire, seems like bottom side, Anti-Mage has just controlled this lane and there's not going to be a contest right there. Aurafire leaving it for Evos Legends to take for free. Turtle slain, presented to you by Samsung Galaxy A series.
I'm quite surprised that Aurafire is not the one who initiated the Turtle. Actually, Aulus is more proactive on objective-wise here. Why do you think that is?
Well, for me, actually, for the side of Aurafire, it's because, okay, both of these teams, actually, if we're looking at it at a grander screen, at a bigger game.
Bigger picture.
Bigger picture. Aurafire, they also don't have the early pressure, technically, but they do get to their power spikes quicker than Evos Legends. So, early phase, it's going to be 50-50, so if the bottom side is losing, let's just not take that. Wait for the power spikes to hit. When Ling gets his item, that's when the first power spike will hit. Beatrix as well, and that's what they're waiting for.
Okay. Both here, Fluffy and Anti-Mage, just dealing damage and trading skills, but no action from both teams. And Arashi, walk me through 1 minute 1, 2, and 3.
Well, Anti-Mage being dominant in the lane clearly is a factor that Evos Legends is taking full advantage of. But aside from that, in that late game, by the way, even though there's a Sicilian and Aulus on the side of Evos Legends, there is still a Beatrix and a Lilia, which are both very, very strong in the late game as well. So it's not looking very one-sided in that late game, but the early game, though, I think Aura has a lot of options to play with.
Oh, take a look at this. 4-man top side, Aurafire, trying to find a team fight by Evos. They decide just to, they want to clear the lane. Oh, Facehugger diving in. What the heck? A slight miscalculation, they misplay, and Evos quick to punish that fact right now on the mid side. Fluffy flickers away. Evos almost claims another, but it is calm for now.
Yeah, VHS already picked up by Hai, so this is one of the power spikes that he needs. Next item will most probably be that War Axe then they're going to build into, should be the endless battle. But anyways, coming back at it, Evos Legends still with the grasp in the early phase of the game. Aurafire already looking for trades though into that top side, and this is going to be good considering that Fursic will not have the position to contest.
Okay, Clover here hovering. Falling Star Moon has not been activated here as High in the front side doing damage. But Beatrix will claim that turtle right now. High wants to fight for men from side of Evos here. Disengaging. Ooh, the sniper. Almost. We saw that damage here, and Evos Legends, they lost that trade.
I think Aura understands that this is the side of the map where anti-mage is not around, so they can actually use the early game picks they have, like the Lilia, like the like the Matilda, as well as Beatrix to a certain degree, and they can go contest the turtle and punish Evos Legends if they overextend too far. But in return to that, I think they're gonna go make a play for Kabuki.
Okay, 3 men here, top side. Godiva taking the vision. Oh no, 3-4-3. So for now, it is clear that both teams want to play around the gold lane, but I feel like they haven't found the right momentum.
You see how the tempo is shifting here, guy? This is exactly what I said. Aurafire, they will lose out in the first 3 levels, but when they do get those items, they will reach the power spike much faster than Evos Legends. Currently, Fursic is still level 8, so they still have a lot of time to use to build on it.
Take a look at this Fluffy taking a lot of damage from 2 members, gets taken down bot side. But take a look at top side. Aura finding Clover, flickers away. Soaking a lot of Falling Star Moon for defense. Clover survives. What the heck? The outplay there, the small outplay. He did not clear though, but it is okay. It is okay because why? Evos Legends claims pick off bot side.
This is the issue with Aura's situation right now. Compared to game number 1 and game number 2, they do have a relatively low amount of crowd control. Right now, they're only relying on Torpedo, as well as perhaps the Tempest of Blaze from High, and the Circling Eagle from Godiva. But these are all, very, very short duration crowd control compared to the previous picks in the previous games, and you can see that Evos Legends are having a better time at surviving the early game onslaught, and as Mirko mentioned, this is not the best of looks for Aura in the early game.
Yeah, they have a little bit more time to play with here to get that lead and snowball, but it's looking tough, man. 6 minutes in, they only have managed to get an 80 gold lead. With the second turtle being up, they should have the pressure here, but I'm not sure if they will be able to entirely take it uncontested.
Yeah, I feel like Evos Legends realizing that their composition is like this. They are happy right now though. Anti-Major opening up with the Black Dragon form, wants to find a team fight. Wing! Plays that turtle, but take a look at the back side. It's to blade onto his anti-mage. Take a look at Black Spawn side there. As High gets a kill, but Fluffy once more as High claims a double kill onto his first take and as well as anti-mage. For now, the Sanguine Claws connects onto his 2, but no follow-up damage just yet. It will be the turtle and the 2 kills forward side of Aurafire.
Everyone's talking about Albert's Ling, but High's Ling deserves some praise as well. That was fast. And Fluffy, man, he is always getting these crazy picks. Did you see how he was able to play that fight? Knock-on strike into 2 of the core damage dealers from the side of Evos Legends. And the thing is, without that, they completely just fall off into fights, and Fluffy is just doing so much on the map.
Oh, another proactive play here. 2v1 Tempest of Lake opens up. Clover with no Flicker will not be able to survive. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. Flicker is there. And there you go. 1 HP surviving that one, but at a tower's costs.
Yep, and the early fight was just so so beneficial for Aura and detrimental for Evos Legends. They lose Fursic and they lose Anti-Mage. One is a hero that needs to be doing well in the early game to scale into the late game, and Anti-Mage is that pillar of strength in the early game that Evos is counting on to actually get some momentum going. And I think with that Black Dragon form used, it was just a bit too early, and they really feel like they don't want to let go of the turtle, but perhaps letting it go was the better call. Looking at the item right now, Facehugger has an Ice Queen's wand, so the crowd control, the extra bit of slow might be dangerous for Evos Legends to walk into.
All right, now let's take a look at the big picture once again here for Aurafire and Evos Legends. Remember what I said earlier before that turtle fight? Aura has a little bit more time before Evos Legends gets that power spike, but wait a minute, I might not be able to finish.
Circling Eagle connects out towards Fursic, taking a lot of damage. There you go. 1 man down, 1 for 1. Rex flickers away, and I feel like he is a sacrificial lamb as Kabuki. It might be target from side of Anti-Mage. There you go. Sicilian claims the double kill as Anti-Mage surviving that 1v2 play as Esmeralda. He might want more. There you go. The connection did not connect, but Clover here trying to deal something in the mid side. Fouling Stormer connects onto his Facehugger. The damage will not be enough, but there you go. The Sanguine Claws to find something as they look to take down the mid turret.
They took a gamble. They took a hard gamble, Evos Legends, and they finally got what they need. A kill and survivability up to the 9th minute. Possibly this is going to buy them a little bit more time for those heroes to scale up and get through those power spikes. But what I wanted to mention early on was Aurafire. They had the power spike right before the third turtle just now, but Evos Legends, they took a gamble. They fought even though they knew that Aurafire reached the power spike first in the top side, the 1v1.
Oh my god, a 1v1. Could this be a solo kill as Clover will not be able to escape? As Paquito will claim that life, but take a look, it was all a distraction as First Stick will claim that Lord. Aura though, they want to fight Godiva, surviving with 1 HP right here, will not be able to take him down. Anti-Mage coming in just to make presence. For now, the trade, it is quite even, I feel like.
Maybe now I'll have the time to talk about what I wanted. Okay, firstly, Aurafire, they got the power spike faster, but Evos Legends took a gamble. They fought for it. They instead lost the turtle, the third turtle fight, and Aurafire got a 3,000 gold lead. Unfortunately for Aurafire, Evos took another gamble into that Lord pit and finally won it. And that bought them so much more time with the Lord as well right now. Incredible decision making for the side of Evos Legends, but another catch right now.
Oh, Black Shoes has been taken. It's too early. It's too early. Facehugger gets taken down. No high ground here for the side of Aurafire. Evos strong with 5. Beatrix defending for his life, but there you go. Lord gets taken down. Anti-Mage might get caught here, but nope. 5 still up, and the pressure is still on Aurafire as top inner turret might fall down here. There you go. Evos Legends looks to reclaim their control.
Good trade by Aurafire, knowing that, again, Evos Legends will be the one with tempo in the 10th minute of the game with the Lord that they have, but still, he needs to be very, very careful. No purple buff will mean that the Finch Poise is limited here. All right, he gets out.
He does get out, but now what is the plan for Aurafire? They still want to get some more pickoffs, and they need to figure out what they want to do in the fight. Because every single fight, it seems like it's the same pattern. Anti-Mage goes in the back, and Kabuki, with all the gold and all the damage that he can do, can't get close enough to the rest of the members. So maybe they have to make a big gamble in sending Kabuki in front with the rest of the members and risk getting bursted down for sure. Or they have to actually threaten to fight, back off, pick off Anti-Mage first, and then look to continue the fight afterwards, because they do have a lot of chase with high.
Guys, if you're hungry, go and download Grab Food. Use the code MPLIDXGRAB for a 50% discount, as we are still waiting here for the conclusion between Aurafire and as well as Evos Legends. Game number 1, it was Evos Legends. Game number 2, Aurafire fires back. Game number 3, for now, it is stalemate.
Yeah, this is actually one of the mistakes that Aura has been... I mean, this is the mistakes that we mentioned early on as well here, Arashi. After game number 2, there were still very, very evident mistakes from the side of Aurafire, which is greed. Same thing happens here. That's why Evos Legends were able to turn the shine, shift it to their favor. It's because of greed. Aurafire with a 3,000 gold lead used it to go for fights instead of just using it to get objectives on the board. And now they're caught in a bad situation. Not even the 15-minute yet, but Evos Legends have reached their power spike. First Stick level 15, item spike, and Sicilian has the stacks.
Look at the high here, trying to flank, but does not connect. Claims that purple buff, Tempest of Blade for defense. Aurafire winning that trade. What a smart and intelligent play there. It was a gamble, but it paid off.
Yeah, Ling with the purple buff will be quite detrimental if it's not secured by the Ling. So now they have control in the Lord Pit, but what can they, what kind of trap can they prepare without enough crowd control? Fluffy will now be the one in the front, and Anti-Mage with the first target.
Okay, Anti-Mage here, Fierce Dive on towards the back. Fluffy with the guiding wind will be able to escape. Oh, take a look at the backside.
Oh, no!
Shoes! Oh! With that flicker, fortunately for him, but High takes a lot of damage. Oof. Once again, Godiva, man, with the guiding wind, surviving, and as well as assisting his teammates to escape from a sketchy situation.
Oh, Fluffy with the flank.
Fluffy with the flank here, distracting. Take a look at the black side though, Clover. Oh, okay. Lord,
Kabuki.
First Stick, they want war. Clover already zoning, and Kabuki with low HP forced to flicker away as Evos Legends looks to close the game here, minute number 13.
This is crazy, man. High actually gambled that again. He stood still. He was 1 HP, and he was still trying to contest the Lord. Fluffy did what he could there. Honestly, opening up the map, getting some vision on, but again, they just weren't in. They weren't in the right position. Weren't even in the right scenario to contest for that. All the HP bars low, no vision, and no pressure on the map.
Yeah, especially now High will not have the purple buff. What can they do here as Lord is marching top side? Oh, take a look at the damage from Sicilian High. Immediately backs away. As Firstick, they want the top base turret. Anthony joining on Kabuki takes a lot of damage and Mega Kill has been secured by Quites. Base turret, top side has been down. They look to end the game. Fluffy backs away as Godiva. Tanks, the Lord survives for now, but it will be 5v4.
Man, it's a sniper bullet at this point. Look at how much damage Krite is just taking off the fans of
Our
Aura.
teammate Tempest Blades, and once again on defense, but 2 members knocked out. Facehugger gets taken down. Godiva though commits on that circling eagle, will not be able to find a result. 5 men still strong. They want the end. They want the base. The base is too exposed as Evos Legends close the series with a 2-1 victory.
Oh my god, the turntables, man. What the heck? Evos Legends pick up the victory after a solid loss, a solid victory from Aurafire in game number 2. What a performance from both of the teams, but Evos Legends in the end are the better team here today, getting the right decisions, making the right decisions at the right time, punishing Aurafire for every single mistake that they made here in game number 3.